Hello, my name's Greg Starbuck. I'm a licensed therapist here in California, and I do these topics and interest uh, for education and information, a little bit of entertainment, I suppose. But I've found them of interest over the years of being a therapist, both in the hospital, clinical, and in private practice. And these little vignettes, 7, 8, 9 minutes long, are just not really highly in depth, but just of interest. And they're really not designed for any therapeutic interaction. They're primarily, as I indicated earlier, for education. If for some reason you find that you need actually some therapy, this is not the venue for it. You really want to contact a professional and maybe someone in your community or something like that, and kind of get that issue worked on with a therapist. Well, my topic today is the education, and specifically the education of Christian-based therapy. And I got my education at a university. Well, it was a college at the time. It was called Cal Baptist College, and now it's Cal Baptist University. But I got my master's work completed there, and then went on to do my thousands and thousands and thousands of hours of training. There's a lot of criteria you got to meet, and the wonderful thing about it is that I did that at the university college at the time, but I always had that Christian influence throughout my education. Now, all the education is complete enough, of course, to meet the criteria for the state of California for licensing, but yet for the Christian who is saved, of course, and goes on into this type of work, the influence of your faith plays a dramatic role in how you do therapy. Now, the basics of therapy, I think, are pretty consistent between the two, yet the difference is the origin, right? My origin is in Jesus Christ. So any work I might do is going to reflect in part of that faith-based therapy approach. Now, I've seen many people in my practice that weren't Christian, and as the guidelines for my profession, I'm really not there to push my belief system, because that's not really how it's supposed to work. I'm really to respond to the client. But 80% of my clients always have been Christians, and God just kind of takes care of that, right? And I mean 80%. Almost all the clients I did at the hospital, the more I talked with them without even indicating that I was a Christian, they picked up on it one way or another, and it was always a joy. And I sincerely believe that every single client I saw, the Lord sent them in a way, right? And to utilize the gifts that I learned through my education, my biblical knowledge, and my experience and skill sets. So anyone I did see, I had a little bit of fear, that God sent them along, and I better take good care of to reflect Him in those sessions. Well, the training and the education and the hours and the internships and all the things that come with that prior to even doing your licensing, it takes a long time. And then you develop your experience over many years. And over time, I learned I never wanted to ever do therapy without Jesus Christ. He's always the other one in the room, so to speak. And I always lean towards Him and asking Him, even during sessions, for His insight and understanding and knowledge. And this is just to kind of give you feedback that a Christian-based therapy, from my perspective, is going to reflect the Lord somewhere in there. It's just the way it's going to be. Anyway, just a little vignette, a little short dialogue there on the general education for someone becoming a therapist, right? If you want to qualify for licensing in California, the criteria is universal. So the addition of the Christian influence for me is in part, right? It's in part of my overall education to become a therapist and licensed in California. Well, that's it for this vignette, or this little things to think about, the topic for today. And I'll see you on the next topic. Thanks.